Hey guys, welcome back to Max Cars, Dawn of War Unification. Today I have a 1 vs 1 for you on Fata Morga. On the northern side playing Chaos Marine we have Dr. Victor von Nox. And on the southern side playing the Demon Hunter Grey Knight it is Inquisition. So shame on you, your name is Inquisition but you play Grey Knights for the Inquisition, but that's okay. Going for more or less standard opener of Teleportarium Orbitalis into Generator and hopefully 2 Brotherhood Champions, not only 1. 2 at least, yeah. You get up to 2 to 3. And on the other side, okay, Dr. Victor von Nox takes an interesting approach, getting Chaos Temple and Armory. Not really sure what is this all about. Could be early plasma pistols, but you're missing. Yeah, okay, the Chaos Lord. You would need to get a generator. Yeah, need to get it, and it's the other way around. Get the generator first, then the Armory. Because the generator, all the time it is alive earlier, it will produce you some extra power. So this is, yeah, you could even have 1 builder at each, like Armory and generator. It would be overall the fastest way to build this up. But yeah, for now he has also not a lot of resources. So if there would be very early aggression and you do not have a point, a listening post on a point, this could be dangerous. Here we have the Interceptor squad. 1 Brotherhood champion seems to join the squad already. I hope he has the third one. He has. So yeah, you always want to have 2 at capping duty. If you want to get aggressive with 1, you need to have 3 in total. This will overall delay your second Interceptor / Brigader squad, but is can be a good idea. He should teleport, however. To be fast, if he would have teleported, he maybe would be ready in time to get this strategic point decapped, especially that Dr. Nox has this very weird opener with the plasma pistol, like a bit of a cannoness with plasma pistol idea. You get a Chaos Lord with plasma pistol, so interesting. I mean, the Chaos Lord will not bleed any models against these high DPS Grey Knights. That's something. Okay, also, do we have grenade launchers? Okay, they are at least on the way. He needs to cancel this. Yeah, it did. Very nice. So it is a lot of resources that you bleed normally if you do not kept delayed. And yeah, the plasma pistol does pretty good damage against these high value models, but bit of a miss. Okay, here. Ah, he teleported. That's why. I'm always a bit puzzled by they are having the same animation if they teleport and if they cap. Will they kill? Yeah, they will probably kill this poor heretic over here. Where's the second one? Did it also die? Yeah, he needs to rebuild a heretic. And he's also getting Chaos Space Marine. So the idea for them could be that they immediately get like a Aspiring Champion now that you have the Armory. So they would get a guy with a plasma pistol as well. Losing 1 model is Mr. Inquisition over here. Otherwise he's pretty good at capturing his points. So it's 50 and 10 versus 62 and 10. So economy advantage already for the Knights over here. Definitive edition makes this so bright. It's like this would be ice or something. Jesus Christ. They teleported. Where did they teleport? In the middle. No, this is waste of time. Yeah, make your brother champion capture this and move the interceptors to the enemy base. Kill these guys, stuff like that. Just sitting here with a whole squad of fighting dudes is or just, yeah, leave the brother champion here and those guys teleport over. No! Whatever, he teleported over and these brigaders will make short work of these poor cults over here. They will all die. But here, I'm not sure if you want to go into melee against the Chaos Lord with interceptors. I would say no. So, not sure if this whole fight was completely needed. I mean, killing the cultists is nice. And then disengaging. Maybe disengaging a bit earlier, and of course Brother Champion should have been here or even move to the enemy and be annoying. So that's what you usually want to do. Upgrade the listening post galore over here. This point is not yet built up, but having 2 upgraded listening points will give him a position to fall back on. So this is nothing I would recommend from Dr. Nox over here, to move in the base with 2 upgraded listening points. Yeah, you might kill a few Brigader models, but look at the damage. There's also now the interceptors coming back, and not sure if they should reinforce melee combat. In melee combat, models will take less range damage, and all the biggest damage you have here is your listening voice and your brigaders. At least he is now freeing up the brigaders to shoot. A second squad of brigaders here as well. But yeah, almost this model is very low. Dies. This model, wow, killing a Chaos Marine in the meantime. A full squad wipe on these interceptors, so this is a bit of an issue, but look at the damage dealt to those guys. Would be probably a full squad wipe to these Chaos Marines. They are reinforcing. Maybe the reinforcement will help. No, the fire on the move for these brigaders is too good. Even having now an incinerator. So we have, yeah, big misplay from Dr. Nox over here. How is tech progression going? No tech yet, but a lot of power. Hey, not sure, you do not need another generator. Over here, this one generator is also enough so that he can soon start tier 2. He will look at the resources. He could start it out and should. Fighting here against incinerator. I mean, he might be more cost effective, even going with his cultists in the melee to disrupt this. It's a good idea. Missing the tier 2 timing here. Now clicked it. And I would recommend upgrading this point or the point behind. Fall back. He stood here a bit too long. Yeah, losing a lot of models now. Upgrading this point now and should reinforce a bit. I want to get the Aspiring Champion, which is good. For the Plasma Pistol on the other side, cultists were annoying getting this point over here and will not be able to get anything in the base, maybe scout something, but they would be better used like either even capturing this relic or get this critical location. Critical locations, this is Dr. Nox, this is not taken. The cultists will die here, so this is not very good. On the other side we have here now these brigaders coming in. They should, again, you need to use your brother champion better. You can use these grenade brigaders like to kill this point or just to be annoying, but let your brother champion decap and cap. He's your capping unit and can be attached or detached on demand. You have a librarian. Tier 2 close to be finished. Librarian, not sure. You could get the Terminator Librarian or generators for Dr. Nox. Tier 2 almost finished. So if you add generators, you usually would go for vehicles, of course. There you go, machine pit. Tier 2 finished another Brotherhood champion because he lost one, it seemed. And immediately going for the Domus Astra Telepathica. So this will be some... Oh, deployment escalation as well. Okay, this is... I rarely see this because it's very expensive and only give you more models, quote unquote, only. I mean, he has more squad cap. He could also just get more squads. And if your squad cap is full, then you would get escalation. Usually, I'm interested to see if he is getting something like the Terminator Librarian. Over here we have now a Vindicator. Yeah, the Vindicator is pretty strong, especially in Definitive Edition when units clump up more. It says reported to be maybe too strong, but we are monitoring it. And the Grey Knight Purifier squad, that's a nice squad, especially now that he has the soon has the Domus Astra Telepathica, because they are pretty good in melee, but their leader is the most important thing about the squad. He gives range damage reduction and has, I think it's the leader, or is it the squad, has this fiery AoE attack. Okay, capture this point. He would need to get the Brotherhood champion once he's done here just to capture this. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, vehicle cap increase to get this. And the heretic maybe to repair to get more generators, not sure. Dr. Nox doing the same mistake, capturing a point with the squad where the commander is in. You want to decap it, but getting absolutely shredded. Oh, this would be a juicy target. Oh no, he turns back. This is such a good target. Just one shot and then drive back. Oh, this is a missed opportunity here. Even now the demon pit. Okay, sacrificial circle. Not demon pit. You're getting a bit too close. Is he getting... No, he's just getting too close. Oh, this place. Yeah, Dr. Nox, I know him. He's let's say, mid-tier player, and you see it in these misplays over here, and sometimes on these interesting strategies, let's call it that. But his opponent, Inquisition, seems to be in the same caliber, same strength, so this could be a good game because of it. I mean, this game was shared from Dr. Nox, so it should be good, I guess. Chaos Predator, I rarely see this, but I like it. I would like to see more Chaos Predators. You see, the damage isn't like the greatest, and it has a really long reload time, but the damage being not so big might be has something to do with the Knight of the Flame over here. Protects nearby infantry from ranged attacks over here. Missing a shot is the Vindicator. And now the question is, your anti-vehicle for Grey Knights is your Incinerators, or like your Terminator, or your Inquisitor command squad with Melter, something like that. You would need some dedicated anti-vehicle over here because you do not have any, really. So running in with a lot of anti-infantry okay, but he will take down the Vindicator, but still has 4000 HP of a Predator over here, which takes the Blight thingamajigs from the Nurgle mark, you could say, dealing a lot of AoE damage to infantry. You can see here the damage is really high. I mean, the deployment escalation will mean that you have a lot of models. The Knight of the Flame with the Thunderhammer, even stunning over here. Was it the Knight with the Flame or the Chamber? At least someone had a hammer over here. Did they get... No, they do not get hammers by default. Who is the guy with the hammer over here? It's the Knight of the Flame Sergeant, right? I can barely see it. I think it was the Psycho over here. Now the Sorcerer's added here, already using his Doom Bolts. And what do we have here? Oh, some Cold Berserkers. So if you get the Shackles, I mean, he has already the Sacrificial Circle, he could get the Shackle ability, the Chains of Torment, and then you have a melee squad and can chain a ranged squad. So this is always good. The Predator over here, surviving barely, needs to get some repairs. Watch the P, 20 HP, so this is basically nothing. Knights of Flame going into melee versus Berserkers, I think this is a fight they would enjoy, but Berserkers disengaging. Another Predator here, the other one died because there was some fly looking at him. In comes also now the Warpsmith. The Warpsmith is a good range support guy and can give you a good unit in tier 3. Okay, he is here for repair duties, so the Heretic probably will die. Another Razorback actually dying over here from the Predator, it looked like. In comes some Corn Berserkers again, getting also their Skull Champion over here. Another squad of Purgators joining the fray with an Incinerator. They maybe should focus this. Not sure. I mean, what a slugfest over here in the base, and not even an upgraded Listening Post. An upgraded Listening Post shooting the whole time would have been absolutely amazing. You look at the economy from Dr. Nox, it's very poor, but he makes the best of it. Predator survives. The Warpsmith is here. The, oh my god, Sorcerer died, and the Corn Berserkers died. Now we have the Blight launcher on this Predator, getting full-time repair from the Tech Marine. The Tech Marine would need, or the, what is it called, Warpsmith would need to be focused by all these units, and then you could kill this Predator. But for now, just standing here eating this obnoxious acid while Yao he notices it. And again, you need to focus it again. There you go, focusing it. But the damage has been dealt. Maybe what is getting built here? Another Predator? No, this time a Defiler. The Predator still survives. The Night Purifiers died. It's on. One is there still. Grey Knight Purifier. But the damage overall will amount. And in comes the Defiler Bull. Yeah, cause force melee combat, so that there's only one squad firing. What do we have over here? There's another squad of Corn Berserkers. Chaos Predator over here, being absolutely amazing for its money, even now using his side sponsor to fire a different squad over here. And this unit is dying, and he is still surviving with 60 HP. This squad is tied up into melee, so they cannot fire. They're on their back, so they can be fired on. Still 60 HP. Now turning into melee are these Brigaders, but will they even land one hit? If the morale is broken, your hit chance is only 10% of your original, and they will not for now. 60 HP still. And even if they hit, if it will be enough, I guess we will never know, as they are just dying. Yeah, not hitting once over here. So these predators with these blight things were absolutely amazing. Not a predator being added, but need some stuff over here. We have, wow, 132 and 50. If he wouldn't like suicided into the base, I would give him the advantage, but he has like no standing army and not building something. You need to build stuff. You lost your whole army. Get a Razorback, get more Purgators, something. Terminator, Librarian, anything really. You need to fill up your ranks. Upgrading your economy is like, what? An LP3? Okay, this is turning into a weird game, because he has like now, wow, one Lord Inquisitor. Come on. Build some stuff. You have only over 400. Now he builds Stormhawk Interceptor. Might as well. And now use your requisition to get some units out. Getting only these bodyguards will not save you. There's not only vehicles, there are now also berserkers. And probably the sorcerer at some point, no? A lot of economy, but not using it. Some units. Or the sisters. Get the sisters with the silencers. And their chaplain. Something really, because for now he's just losing ground. Having the LP3 over here is also a big... No, just poor management of his resources. Now he gets a... He used all his power to get this LP3 and his Stormhawk Interceptor so that he could not get the purifiers in time. And the sisters, get the sisters, they are only a requisition for the most part. Losing all his economy advantage now. Whereas Dr. Nox can start to build up his economy, so this will be close in economy in the end. Now we have more and more melters, I hope. Yeah. Could also get the Tech Marine with a combi melter. And yeah, use the Stormhawk Interceptors to backstab and having some Noise Predator over here. The Noise Predator is nice. Killing the HQ for Dr. Nox is not the best idea. If you want to close the game out, kill the production, not the HQ. Now the purifiers are here. They can match these combat circles in melee, especially if they get their swords. So now the Stormhawk Interceptor, yeah, being enough over here to kill both predators. Purifiers now into melee. The Lord Inquisitor can also be in melee for a bit. His bodyguards not as much. In comes some horrors. We had some horrors over here when they were fighting these Razorbacks. Now I remember. Almost killing the Stormhawk Interceptor. No, don't get close. Oh, no, this was bad. He should have waited until these horrors are dead or tied up, and then he could have fought these berserkers. Using the horrors to go into melee against these purifiers. I like these against these purgators. The purifiers using their AoE ability to do a lot of firing damage against those guys, so they will... Wow, this guy gets absolutely scorched to death. Wow. What do you get? More and more purgators. So again, if you would have gotten these purgators like all the time when Dr. Nox was moving here, he would have had a standing army way before this was so close. Another one getting absolutely scorched by the mind power of this purifier over here. Wow. And now, let's say, it's the other way around. Dr. Nox is not building a lot of stuff. He got tier 3 and only has 2 squads of cultists, I guess. And that's it. Yeah, you need to rebuild your units. Getting another squad of horrors. So he has like 2 squads of horrors soon-ish. And that's it. Not sure what you're waiting for. Maybe get tier 3. You could get Yolanda. Once you have your relic, so you could get Yolanda. Stormhawk Interceptor being rebuilt. You could get, of course, the Chosen, the Terminators, the Obliterators. I would actually build your commander back and get the Demon Prince. That is, you could get the commander all the time you're getting to tier 2. You're floating a hell of a lot of resources. Okay, he will at least hold back this Interceptor over. He will not hold back this whole bunch of infantry. So I'm very interested to see what he will build in tier 3. 111 and 58 against 95 and 64, so what is he getting now? Is he getting the command? No, he's getting some more combo circles, and now it's like the decision making is like not very good. How did he get the... okay, it's Chaos Threadnought. Like, starting to build stuff when the opponent is at your doorstep. Why only start when the army is already there? You need to build your army as soon as units die and you're expecting to needing some units. Now, the Dreadnought, will it go out? It will get out. And it starts in ranged a bit. I mean, all Dreadnought can always go in melee. And there's Yolanda. I was spectating as, how should I say, speculating, but here she is also getting her Iconoclast Zealots for the Sisters of Slaughter, and she's here invisible and stunning those guys, I guess. I'm not really sure what she does because I'm not playing Chaos a lot. Horus fighting from the back, might as well add some damage over here. They will kill this production, but the cost is a bit too high. F to this guy as well. But one will go down now, probably getting thrown. Okay, just really hard chained with this. Oh, he dual chain fists, or what is it called? Yeah, chain fists. Okay, listen post over here. We have now another Razorback over here. Not sure why he's just... I mean, you could load into this Razorback and just escape. Come on. Load your purifiers in and escape. Load them in. Do me a favor and do it. Okay, he will not, and those guys will probably die. Horus doing what Horus can do best, but he's tier 3. Dr. Nox is, so he needs to get this tier 3 building, the Demon Pit, and get some hard hitters out. I mean, these Sisters of Slaughter and everything are very good for what they are, but you have some spare resources. On the other side, we have a lot of infantry, getting more Stormhawk Interceptors, and look like he's still tier 2. Stormhawk Interceptors, as I say in most of my time, are hit or miss. They can hit hard, but they can also die really easily. They really need to take that distance over here. Now that the Horus close in, you need to pull them back. Look, the damage will be very high very quickly. Not sure if these guys, what are they? Brigaders. Brigaders do not want to be in melee here, obviously. So they will all die, I guess, because the Sisters of Slaughter are a dedicated melee unit, the Brigaders are a dedicated ranged unit. So you could see how this will end. At least we have a good slugfest. We have Khorne Berserkers and Sisters of Slaughter. So the whole Khorne part over here. We have now the demonic fire research, so we will need to see some possessed. There they are. Normally you would do it obviously around. Get possessed out there, they can move in, and then you will get the fire. So they would have been already here, and the fire would be closing in shortly. One more blue Horus spawn from your pink Horus dying. The pink Horus aren't that pink, however, so it's just Horus, I would call them. One Propagators. You would need to get to tier 3. Yeah, wow, a lot of power. Could get another Stormhawk Interceptor and should start to get to tier 3. Yeah, really. Awesome Grey Knight. No, this is Grey Knight. I don't know, not no. Just tier 3 in general, it would have been really nice to get a Vindicator and such. Terminators, stuff like that. And now that tier 3 is done, I would assume to see a Demon Pit. No, he's getting his... Instead of playing like the strongest tier Chaos has to offer, he goes for tier 4. And this is again, you see the bit of a questionable decision making from Dr. Nox over here. You could close it out in tier 3 with Chaos, like most of the times. Just get, like as I said, it Obliterators, Mutilators, Chosen, the Demon Prince, stuff like that. Even like the Demon Engine, you could add the what is it called? I forgot what it's called. Like the Demon Engine thingy, Magix, So a whole bunch of tier 3 stuff, Terminators as well now. So yeah, everything basically in the book would help you to just close it out with pure tier 3 shenanigans. Tier 3, as I said, is not being built from Mr. Inquisition, and I do not think he can hold this. There's again Grey Knight Purifiers again, but not sure. Whereas you do not have any anti-vehicle, and this is a tier 3 infantry, dedicated melee infantry forcing melee against your brigaders, so this is over. I do not see him recovering here. Not in the slightest, to be honest. And yeah, he calls it. So, this was a pretty nice game in terms of the action. We have seen a lot of dead units all around, mostly because the player refused to disengage when they should. You see it over here. So this was, yeah. Did he finish tier 4 in the end? Almost. He did not in the end, but still. So, I think I told you in the games what I would say could have been done better. Nonetheless, we had a lot of nice action all around, seeing some units we normally do not see, like we do not see a lot of berserkers or predators or chaos dreadnoughts, so this was nice to see it a bit different over here. But yeah, without further ado, GG's to the player, thanks for watching guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye!